Prep Time is brought to you by Merchants Bank, the bank that's service built, and by Winona National Bank, personalized banking. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Prep Time. I'm Justin Barrientos, and today we will continue our season previews of area football teams, taking a look at teams that you will see right here on HPC TV 25 this season. We'll start today with a look at the St. Charles football team, who went 2-7, but they nearly extended their season in the playoffs, losing in heartbreaking fashion in the first round of the postseason against Triton.
It was a tough game. You know, we played hard, and they played hard. You know, we had them stopped on their fourth down in overtime. They fumbled the ball into the end zone. We caused the fumble, but one of their guys landed on it in the end zone for a touchdown. That's how they scored, and then we went 4 and out. So it was a tough way to end, but it was a great game.
It just kind of sucks to go, you know, be that close, but then still lose. It just makes you want to work harder the next year and change everything, make it so you don't lose and be the outcome that you want.
I think the biggest memory that really sticks out is definitely the last playoff game. You know, it was a tough break, but also how we all stuck together, push forward, you know, dedication towards trying to win that playoff game and just getting cut short, but it happens. So
we graduated a wide receiver, a couple of good offensive linemen, a defensive lineman, Mike linebacker, and then that's some other players and stuff that fit in there. Those were probably the big ones that we needed to replace. And we've got some good guys coming in, some sophomores from last year's team. They're juniors this year. They're going to fit in pretty good. And we've got a good solid group of kids that are seniors that are coming back.
Well, it's new offense. O-line definitely had a few struggles right away, but we're starting to learn it. And we've been drilling it every day in practice, and we're getting it down nice. And you know, it's definitely way quicker, so we're going to have the defense on their heels all the time, so it's going to be nice.
Just be able to move the ball, don't stall out when we get in the red zone, just always be able to put points on the board and limit the turnovers and just mistakes, doing everything correctly.
We're going to be a little bit wide open this year, not so much power running at them and things, so we're going to move the ball up and down the field, spread it out a little bit.
As middle linebacker, I see us, like our safeties, cornerbacks, and everything, they're doing really well. You know, getting the interceptions and whatnot, and definitely cover and run well, and just, you know, should be about as good as last year. So
really be strong against the pass and the run. Don't just have one strong point where offenses can attack you, but just be able to stop everything. Don't give up a lot of points, and just control the offense, I guess.
Be running a 4-3 again, probably cover 4, cover 2, cover 3 a little bit out of it. Some pretty heavy blitzing and things like that.
That feels great. Big guy like myself, I like to hit people, so yeah, I mean, it's just get everyone out here, just, you know, running around. We want those pads on so we can start to hit everyone, and it just definitely feels like football season again. So
enthusiasm and hustle. Kids are buying in. I think we're really making some strides for the future and stuff, and right now too.
From based off last year, that we just got to keep up the tempo, and it's definitely been seen in practice, and I'm liking it.
Fundamentals are fun, so we got to move the ball up and down the field and things like that, and we try to have some fun with it too. So
it's a new year, but yeah, you always still have that in your back of your mind, you know, just to use as motivation and to push you harder.
Team on 3, 1, 2, 3, team!
We will see the Saints for their final regular season game on October 16th against Lewiston Altura. The Saints will begin the season against Lake City on the road. Speaking of Lake City, let's go back up Highway 61 and preview a team that lost their first regular season game last year, but then didn't lose again until the third round of the playoffs. But that loss, a 2014 defeat at the hands of Rochester Lourdes, still resonates.
It definitely hurt. It took a couple weeks to kind of heal that, but I guess you can't really dwell on losses. You got to move on. So we're taking what we can from it, use it as motivation this year.
Left a really bad taste in my mouth and all of our mouths. It was just hard to overcome that. It's coming so close to being a section championship and moving on to the state tournament. It was just hard to. We have to bounce back though from that though.
don't know, one play either way in that game could change anything. And I think it definitely gives us a lot of motivation for this year to get back exactly where we were last year and win it this year.
We were just etching to get out on the field again, to get in the same position we were last year at that section championship game and turn it around and win it this time.
It was hard though. It was a really close game because we were there the whole time. A couple mistakes here and there. We ourselves gave the game. It's not like they beat us over. It was like we just gave it up ourselves, I guess.
We were able to put two back-to-back conference championship years together, and we were able to really turn the program around. And now that we're on the top, we're looking to stay up there and repeat the success and build a real solid program for years to come.
We're dangerous. We got some guys that can make plays, so it'll be exciting.
Elliott, I mean, he's one heck of a running back, and you know, it makes it easy to block for him.
Well, actually, it's going to be pretty easy for me handing off the ball to guys like Will Balo and Elliott Cox. That makes it pretty easy. Of course, we lost some good receivers last year with Jake Griebenau, Coleman Sweeney, and Christian Custer. But we have some weapons this year with Matt Glassnap, Derek Bramer, Eli Custer, Jesse Oliver, guys like that. So we have guys that can step in and make plays.
We gotta stay physical. Our line's gotta keep moving. We're probably gonna be outsized a lot, so we're gonna depend pretty heavily on the line to get things going, because that's where it all starts.
We lost 4 out of the 5 starters from last year, so we have to rebuild this year, and then the roster's smaller too than we were last year. A lot of guys there have to step up and play big positions. Small guy playing a big position.
Well, last year we kind of lived on big plays. We had a lot of big play threats, and although we do have that this year, I think it's going to be more of a grinded out kind of season. I mean, more long possessions, more take time off the clock, things like that.
Defensively, we're very strong. We got a good core of linebackers, got some good DNs and D-line, so it'll be interesting.
We'll be quick and fast. I think we'll be undersized, you know, playing against a lot of the bigger teams, but I think if we use our speed and our quickness, I think we could, you know, make up for the size with that.
We're a small defense, undersized, but I think, you know, one thing we do well is everyone knows their responsibility and their job, and everyone does it and trusts in everyone else. And I think if we just keep that trust, we'll be really successful on defense this year.
We want to be positive turnover ratios every game this year. Just gonna have to stop the ball, stop them moving on the field.
We like to make the offense earn every play, just grind it all out. You know, we kind of pride on the fact that we stop the run and make them throw the ball, and that's when he had a chance to turn it over.
We've been doing good. I mean, it's hard because we don't have a lot of guys that have a lot of varsity experience. We lost a lot of guys from last year, so I think that's the biggest thing, is just getting the experience, getting used to playing at the varsity level. But I think we'll catch on and we'll be all right.
You know, everything's really clicking and starting to come together, and we have 2 teams right now competing against each other, and it's really competitive, and it seems like it's going well for both teams.
Well, we want to be the top 3 in the conference on defense and offense. And we want to get back to where we were last year in that section championship game and win it.
1, 2, 3.
Lake City will make an appearance here on HBC TV 25 September 13th in a game against powerhouse Kasson-Mantorville. We'll take a break here on Prep Time. When we return, more season previews including Plainview Elgin Millville and Dover Eoda.
Anybody can make your business a victim of fraud. In fact, if your business hasn't been affected by fraud yet, it's only a matter of time. Don't take that chance. Merchants Bank offers fraud detection and prevention solutions that can help protect your business accounts from check and electronic payment fraud. Don't wait until your luck runs out. Get help from Merchants Bank today.
Join me, Justin Barrientos, for Prep Time on HBC 25. We'll take a close look at area high school athletes, coaches, administrators, and even go back to explore past athletes and stories that built the history of your favorite prep teams. Stories you won't find anywhere else. You can catch Prep Time at the following times only on HBC 25.
My main concerns about banking online was I wasn't sure I had control over it like I did if I did banking actually in a bank. My kids told me that, you know, Mom, you can do this. It makes life a lot easier to be able to do it right at your home without having to even go to the bank. I can just do it wherever I am. I do not consider myself a techie person. but they make it very easy. I did not feel mobile banking was difficult to learn at all. Give it a try. You're going to like it.
Winona Homes was offered a deal from another company.
I switched to another company because they made some promises and I was going to get a better rate, so I switched.
But when she tried their deal, she ran into some issues.
The other company that I was with wasn't local. You couldn't even get somebody to come to your office.
At HPC, customer service is our #1 priority for your business. Let's just say Jenny is a lot happier now.
I have never had such fast customer service.
To see how HBC can help your business, call Melanie at 474-5802.
If you have a question or comment about this or any other Prep Time show, or you have a story idea that you think that we should cover, you can always email us at preptime@hbci.com. We'd love to hear your comments and your story ideas. Welcome back to Prep Time. Now we'll preview another team that had their season ended by Rochester Lourdes last year, the Plainview Elgin Millville Bulldogs. PEM is looking for a surprise season this year and is using losses last year against Lewiston Altura and Rochester Lourdes as motivation.
Well, last year's last year. Lourdes itself was a quality program. I have great respect for their coaching staff and their kids, and I like the way they play football. So. Yeah, we've got a picture of Lourdes in our weight room. It's off-season thing, and I hope that we're some motivation for them too. But they're the returning section champ, and we're now playing in the same division for a conference championship. So we host them in our first home game, which is our second game of the year. That's significant. Lewiston is a team we opened up with. They beat us at the end of the season last year. So we've got a purple helmet and we've got a red helmet in our weight room, and yeah. You know, you've got to have a target to shoot for, and we want to play well against those kind of teams.
I think it definitely gives us a lot of motivation. I mean, you know, they beat us last year. It was a tough game.
I'm really pleased with how we're looking. Unfortunately, last year we had a cupboard full of injuries.
Go hard every day, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You could blow out your knee just like I did. So I'm really glad that I'm going to play this senior year, and so I'm really pushing myself every day as much as I can.
We had a lot of underclassmen get a lot of significant real game time, and that is carrying over to the leadership that we've had this summer. The starting group is going to be a pretty veteran group, but our number 2 group has very little varsity experience. They've played in freshman team or sophomore team, but those players need to come along, and so we're trying to mix that and bring them along, and I think that is going to be a big determinant how far we go this year.
Last year we had a very good team, and we really, coming up as juniors, stepping up, quite a bit of us played on the, so we have some experienced guys out there, and offensively we are getting some new guys on the line, and our offense is driven by the line, and as long as our line's looking good, which it is, then our offense is looking good.
Well, it means a lot to me and the line. I mean, it's pretty much all based on how we play, and if we don't play good, the rest of the team is going to have a tough time, and it just, you know, a lot's on our shoulders.
Well, we hang our hat on the run, but we're always one of the leaders in our league in pass. We do have a good, honest mix of run and pass, but a lot of our passes play action pass, and unless you can establish a run, that doesn't mean a whole lot.
PEM football has always been a powerhouse football. We'll run the ball down somebody's throats, and we'll just keep pushing and pushing, and when we get our linemen who have their self-esteem up and really having the confidence, then it irradiates to the entire team, and we'll run, and we'll run, and we'll run.
We're not going to make miscues, and we can weather the storm physically against their opposing defenses. And we played pretty soft in the beginning of the year last year. Not proud of that, and I think hope physically we'll play with a little more chip on our shoulder this year in the beginning. In our defensive backfield, almost all of our linebackers are back with quite a bit of experience. So much so that we're moving some of our running backs in other positions and some of our linebackers in other positions. But backs, quite a bit of experience. We have a couple linemen with some experience, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to have some quality linemen to put out there, but we're going to be thin in quality. We have a lot of kids, but in terms of varsity readiness, that's one area where depth we need to come along quick.
We lost a few guys last year, especially in the D-backs, but I think we made up for it this year. We got a lot of other guys that can come in and play for us, and we were really excited for that.
Our senior class had very little success in junior high. In fact, only won one game in all of junior high, 7th and 8th grade combined, and they've gotten better and better as we've gone on. I think we're going to be a lot better than people expect us to be. We've got a solid junior class, we've got a solid sophomore class, and our seniors that have stuck with the program are real football players. And I'm very excited. It's been a lot of fun. I think will be exciting to watch, and I know we're going to have a fun season.
We'll see the Bulldogs on August 30th in a game that they have circled on their calendar, a road trip to Lewiston Altura. Coming up next, we will preview the Dover Iota Eagles. They're looking to clear the slate after going 1-8 the past 2 seasons. They have a new coach, they have a new outlook, and new enthusiasm for this year.
Well, we just weren't as committed. We didn't have the drive and the will, which our record showed that, one win has 2 seasons each. We didn't care enough.
There's a lot of negativity. Didn't really come out to win. My confidence was down with only 1 win, so it was rough.
One of the biggest things the last few years, numbers have been really down. We've been dropping the last 4 or 5 years. And this year numbers are up a little bit, but we do have some early season injuries, and we've had hardly any contact, so that's worrisome. But we have enough athletes, and I think the kids are excited because they've seen what we've done in the first 7-8 days, and I think we'll put some points on the board this year, and we'll be excited. I coach basketball too, and I told the kids we want to be a basketball team on the football field. We want to be up and down the field, and we're going to add some excitement this year, and the kids are pretty excited about it, I believe.
Well, we got a new coach, and we got different players this year. From what I've seen, we've all got a good attitude. No Debbie Downers.
We came in, we got a new coach. It was really exciting, and I got a lot of new players, and put a lot of work in the off season, and we've had good attitudes all season long so far, and we're really excited about this year. So.
We got a lot of guys, they switch in and out. We've got 4 running backs, and they also play wide receiver. They just switch in and out, all very quick. Hopefully they stay healthy.
We're going to open it up a little bit. We got. I told them we're going to have 4 or 5 guys carry the ball every night. Maybe certain nights it'll be 3 or 4. We have a basketball wide receiver out this year who hasn't played the last few years. He's 6'3", nice target for us. Our disadvantage is our quarterback threw 4 passes last year. Our top running back this year had like 32 carries last year, or 22 carries. We don't have a lot of experience back, but we have a lot of kids that I think will step to the occasion for us.
We're looking to score a lot of points. That's our main mentality, and we have a really strong run game, and that's what we're hoping to excel in.
We're going to be scoring a lot of points. That's what we're going for.
Defense, we have a defensive line. We got about 3 starters back there, so I think we'll be solid up front. Linebackers, we really need to work on things early, and we've had some injuries. We're still looking for people to be linebackers. If we can find linebackers, I think our defense will really flow the ball and play well also.
Just really looking to be good as defense. Communication is key for us now, so just really get to the excitement.
Hopefully we want to break the record for the lowest average points scored against us. That's a goal every year, and hopefully we can get it this year.
We look really good this year, and I'm excited, and the rest of our team's excited. So
everybody likes going live. Where we actually tackle people, having contact. Everybody gets excited for that. It's fun seeing what we can actually do when they have to bring us down.
The kids have been fabulous. We've changed some things up. We try to keep some things the same so the kids know what's going on. But we changed things up, and the kids are picking up on it real well. And they're kind of excited. My quarterback's starting to call plays by himself, and that's exactly what I want him to be able to do on the field. And we got other kids, hey, this would be open. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Kids just to be smarter as far as the game of football goes.
And we will see the Eagles when they play Cotter on September 27th. We'll take a break here on Prep Time, and just in case you missed them, we will preview the Winona football teams once again. That's coming up next on Prep Time.
My main concerns about banking online was I wasn't sure I had control over it like I did if I did banking actually in a bank. My kids told me that, Mom, you can do this. It makes life a lot easier to be able to do it right at your home without having to even go to the bank. I can just do it wherever I am. I do not consider myself a techie person, but they make it very easy. I did not feel mobile banking was difficult to learn at all. Give it a try. You're going to like it.
The HBC Wizards, located at 67 Main Street in Winona, are local, knowledgeable tech support that you can access for all your home or business technical needs. Conveniently located by our main office, HBC Wizards offer technical consultation, computer setup and repair, home entertainment solutions, virus and spyware removal. Put it this way, if it has something to do with your computer or TV, HBC Wizards can help. And you don't have to be an HBC customer to utilize the HBC Wizards. Walk-ins are welcome. HBC Wizards, technology demystified.
Anybody can make your business a victim of fraud. In fact, if your business hasn't been affected by fraud yet, it's only a matter of time. Don't take that chance. Merchants Bank offers fraud detection and prevention solutions that can help protect your business accounts from check and electronic payment fraud. Don't wait until your luck runs out. Get help from Merchants Bank today.
If you would like a DVD copy of Prep Time or any other production from HBC TV 25, you can give us a call at 474-5811 or email us preptime@hbci.com. And welcome back to Prep Time. Now we'll preview the Cotter Ramblers. They are looking to repeat how they ended last season, winning 3 out of their last 4 ball games. But there's plenty of work to do to get ready for this season.
We need to improve on everything, but I do think in the last season and the year before we've definitely continued to get better, and we've peaked at the end both years. Finished very well last year to the point where when we played Lake City the second time, we kind of had them on the ropes for part of the game, and if you would have seen us play them in mid-season, you'd have thought there'd be no chance of that. So I think the kids are kind of buying into what we're preaching, and even a team that they played before and got beat pretty badly, they came out to play with a belief that they had a chance to win.
We started off with weaker than we liked to, but once the season got going, we ended with a nice, strong season ender with Stewartville and Lake City. Even though we did lose against them, we're still proud about how we played there.
We didn't start out as strong, but we really finished strong. We beat Stewartville, and we're number 6 seed, they're number 3 seed. Nobody really expected that. We got all good praise from that, which was really nice to see. We know we had a full team of seniors last year, so maybe we didn't do as good as we hoped, but we did what we could, and I thought we finished really strong.
Energy has been really good. Knowledge, we're ahead, and we're trying to pick up where we left off instead of starting back at square one, and I think we're definitely ahead there. But a lot of things don't come out till you get pads on, so it's a big day for us.
I felt great starting off with the Oklahoma drill today, getting able to get those pads popping and everybody right away, good to go.
Oh, I felt great. I've been waiting since Monday for this. Like all summer, we talked about first day of camp having good intensity, and first day of camp we were in pads, so we couldn't have as good intensity, but today, started off Oklahoma, it was fun. It was me and George versus the other 2 best players. It was fun. We're just having a good time, and coach is all jacked up, which gets us jacked up, so I'm having a good time.
We graduated 15 seniors last year. Everybody that started on offense graduated. So that's a big replacement. We do have a handful of guys that played big roles defensively and as substitutes offensively back. So we definitely expect those guys to help carry us.
It's still the same thing as last year, even better. I still expect this team to get better regardless of how many seniors that we lose. Our offense, when you have a group of people that can get it done, and just our attitude and how we work is even stronger than last year, and I think our offense could be even better.
Our line, people don't think it's going to be as good, but I've seen them and I don't want to go against them, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be all right there.
Defensively, I think we're going to be good. We're really going to lean on those guys. There's a lot more experience there on defense, some very good players, and I think we're just going to be 1 year better as far as knowledge of what we're trying to accomplish.
We still have a lot of people who have gotten good varsity time on defense. So again, we just have people who can get it done on D. And last year we had a good defense. We were able to stop big competitors. It'll be much of the same, even better this year.
Defense, I think we're going to be good. We have good chemistry already in camp. You can already tell everyone's talking, everybody's running the ball, everyone's high-fiving each other, having a good time, which is really awesome. Coaches are connecting with us. Everything feels like it's really flowing right now, which I love it. We're all having a good time, which is really good. And we're balancing having fun and working serious, so that's really good for us.
I feel like the connection between the different grades is bigger. People like the freshmen or sophomores aren't as intimidated. They're willing to come up and talk or whatever, and everyone's more of a friend to each other, and they're willing to work hard for each other as opposed to messing around with each other.
We play who's on our schedule, so that's what we try to talk to the guys about. Whoever's listed, that's who we play. We got to prepare to play those guys, but especially for our fan base, I think it's really good to play all the schools on Highway 14 there that we've kind of been driving past for quite a while to get to our games. So it'll be great for our parents and our fans and people in the area to just jot out to Lewiston or St. Charles or Dover as opposed to kind of driving past Rochester for games. So that'll be nice.
We will see Cotter twice this season here on HBC TV 25, first on September 20th against Zumbrota Mazeppa. Well, coming up here on Prep Time, we will now preview the Winona High football team. They finished last year at 500, which was a 4-game improvement over the previous season.
Anytime you get a playoff win, I think it's a positive. You know, there was a long stretch here that didn't happen. Now, if you look in the last, 6 years, I think we've won a playoff game every year except for 2. So, things are starting to look up, and sometimes you got to look at it and say, the conference we play in is extremely tough, and the enrollment differential is huge. So sometimes you got to think about that when you lose to a tough Owatonna team. Obviously they're runner-up in the state. Lost to them twice. Well, can you take things out of that? And I think you can always find good things to take out of good losses.
I think our level of brothership type thing, we grew close as a team last year with the seniors that we had, and we've kept that. And then our will to work for it, we really worked hard as a team in the off season to better ourselves, and that came from last year.
I think our togetherness is just getting a lot better in itself as a team, and I think we started a new running game last year with the zone, and I think we're getting better at it every day. So I think that would be a big part of the game.
You take a peek at some of the guys that played on our offensive line were multiple-year starters. You look at our defensive line, we actually replaced all 3 starters there, and at our linebackers, we actually graduated 5 guys that played a lot for us at that position. So, and we're going to lose a lot of guys that we have to replace defensively. Obviously, we need to replace offensively some of those offensive linemen. But you kind of look at it, and there's a little bit we need to replace everywhere. But I think defensively up front, the front 7, that's our major point, and obviously our running backs. The funnest part about this group is the seniors are good leaders. They're encouraging. The other day they pulled the freshmen aside and said, hey, we need you to encourage us because some of those days we're dog tired just like you. And if you guys can bring some energy, that's going to push us to push you. And you don't see that every year. Sometimes the seniors are really worried more about themselves and the juniors and the guys that are necessarily going to be playing right alongside of them. Where this group of guys, I think they get it. They totally get that it's a 9 through 12 program and that they need to push those freshmen to have the freshmen push them as well.
Usually the freshmen come in, they're kind of scared of, they're a lot smaller than us and everything. And I think it's cool to see them up with us.
That was big because I remember coming in as a freshman. I was timid, coming in. You're the little guy in the crowd. So we told them they got to step up and cheer and do their part to help us out because you never know if someone's going to get hurt. They might need to step up in JV or even varsity if something were to happen.
Offensively, I think you'll see a lot of the similarities. I think we should be able to throw the ball well. I think we've got some pretty good receivers that run great routes, and we got both of our quarterbacks coming back, so that helps there. But I still think we've got some running backs that are going to make people think, wow, those guys are pretty good too. Vinny Pham was our fullback, and he runs hard, and he'll continue to run hard. And we've got some guys that might not be as fast as Eric and Travion, but they're still pretty good.
I think we'll see a lot more passing this year. We got a lot of receivers coming back that can do big things. And we got quarterbacks that are just getting better every day.
Defensively, I think we'll be good. I think our stronger suit's passing coverage because we lost a lot of the linebackers, but our defensive backs are more or less the same. But I think we'll be pretty good against whatever we see out there.
You'll see us use a lot of guys on that defensive line, and you're going to see us playing some juniors and some younger guys at those linebacker spots. There's a lot of battles going on right now between that 1s and 2s, and competition for playing time is great. There's not that disparity between our 1s and 2s like there might have been last year at a few of those positions. Some of those seniors were 3-year starters, so they were pretty good. So now there is a true competition at a lot of those spots.
My job is, we're a unit more than anything, like one person. We all got to do our jobs together. If only a couple of us do it, it's not going to work. So I got to get our whole offensive line to do everything they're supposed to every single play.
Our offensive line is working hard, and Caleb Schwanke's been great. Dylan Moger, our punter, is back, and he's the starting offensive lineman for us too. So it's not like it's a wholesale change at a lot of those positions. We've got a couple guys that graduated, and we need to fill in for those.
We've been waiting for this all summer. This is what we live for. We come out and we give our all. It's nice to get the pads out, get a little pop going, and have a good time.
That's all the prep time that we have for you today. I'm Justin Barrientos. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.